Here's the 8 is Enough cast 41 years later. You may recall that family-centered sitcoms were popular in the 1970s. 8 is Enough was one of the most popular. Based on the actual tale of Tom Braden, a syndicated newspaper writer, 8 is Enough follows Tom Bradford, his wife, and their 8 children. However, the ensemble experienced a number of unexpected catastrophes in the years that followed. Here's what we know thus far. Dick Van Patten, then. Richard Vincent Van Patten, also known as Dick Van Patten, was most recognized for his portrayal of Tom Bradford, the father of the Bradford family. What you may not know is that he was also a businessman and animal rights activist. Patten spent over 70 years on television in a variety of roles. He started his career as a child actor and model, and at the age of 7, he made his Broadway debut. He later appeared in the CBS television shows Mama and Freaky Friday as an adult. In addition, he appeared in a number of feature films, including Robin Hood, Men in Tights, Spaceballs, and Soylent Green. Dick Van Patten now. Dick Van Patten got critically ill in January 2006 as a result of his diabetes and was taken to a medical institution in Los Angeles. He'd experienced a diabetes-related stroke. He did heal for a while, but in June 2015, he was transported to a health center in California, where he died due to diabetic complications. He was 86 years old when he died. Dick Van Patten was subsequently laid to rest at Hollywood Hills Forest Lawn Memorial Park. In his honor, a golden palm star was erected in Palm Springs in 2008. Diana Hyland, then. Diana Hyland made her television debut in 1955 on an episode of Robert Montgomery Presents. She was 19 years old when she made her debut. For a long period of time, she played a variety of guests and supporting roles. You may recognize her from television shows like Naked City, The 11th Hour, and The Fugitive. Her Broadway credits include Heavenly Finley in Sweet Bird of Youth. Joan Bradford, the wife of Tom Bradford, was her character in 8 is Enough. Due to her tragic demise, she only appeared in 4 episodes. Diana Hyland now. Joan Bradford, played by Diana Hyland, barely lasted a few episodes before becoming gravely ill. She was tragically diagnosed with breast cancer. She chose to have her breasts removed in order to prevent the cancer from spreading. Unfortunately, it was too late, and her condition deteriorated. Diana Hyland died of cancer in March 1977, and her character was subsequently written off the program with her death. Betty Buckley, then. Betty Buckley is a Tony Award-winning actress who has also been nominated for 2 Daytime Emmy Awards, 2 Grammy Awards, and an Olivier Award. She is well recognized for her portrayal of Sandra in the film 8 is Enough. Her character was developed after the tragic death of Diana Hyland. When Tom Bradford in the comedy-drama series lost his wife, he sought a new love interest, and Buckley's character, Sandra Abby Mitchell, ultimately became the stepmother to the series' 8 children. Betty Buckley now. Betty Buckley is also a Broadway hit, having been in Pippin and The Mystery of Edwin Drood. For her outstanding performance in Triumph of Love, she was nominated for a Tony Award for Best Actress in a Musical. She even had a couple music CDs published. She has 18 albums to her credit. Buckley is now in her 80s and still going strong with a Supergirl vocal performance, as well as online song interpretation and scene study seminars. Grant Goodeve, then. Grant Goodeve is a television personality and actor best known for his role as David Bradford, the oldest son in the comedy drama 8 is Enough. Mark Hamill initially performed the character, but left the program at the conclusion of its 2nd season to star in Star Wars. As a consequence, Goodeve was cast in the role. Goodeve also sings the theme song to the program. During the 6th season of Emergency, he had one of his first parts. Goodeve has appeared as a guest participant on many episodes of the game show Pyramid. Grant Goodeve now. Grant Goodeve is still working in the entertainment sector, doing what he loves. Following the success of 8 is Enough, Goodeve appeared in a number of films, including Law of the Land and Something to Sing About. One of his latter films in 2017 was The Case for Christ, while his most recent television series was Twin Peaks. From 2005 to 2016, he also provided voices for several characters in video games. He is most recognized for his position as a voice actor in the computer game Team Fortress 2. Lanny O'Grady, then. Lenita Rose Agrati, known professionally as Lanny O'Grady, was born in 1954. Her acting career started when she was 13 years old with her first appearance in the television series The High Chaparral. One of her best-known roles was as Mary Bradford, the oldest daughter in the film 8 is Enough. O'Grady's other credits include Harry O, Cage Without a Key, and Massacre at the Central High. She was also well known for her distinct, low-pitched voice. Lanny O'Grady now. Lanny O'Grady's health started to deteriorate immediately after her last appearance as Mrs. Kramer in the classic soap opera The Days of Our Lives in 1990. In 1990, she chose to end her acting career and became a talent agent. She was suffering from agoraphobia, which is a mental and behavioral illness. She also had memory problems and was diagnosed with chemical abnormalities in her brain. O'Grady was a heavy user of prescription medicines and alcohol. She died in September 2001 when she was 46 years old. Her death was attributed to multiple drug intoxications. Laurie Walters, then. Laurie Walters was born in San Francisco and started performing in 1973. In The Herod Experiment, she portrayed Sheila Grove. Her television series performances included parts in Cheers and Highway to Heaven, among others. She is most recognized for her portrayal of the third oldest kid in the film 8 is Enough. She was actually older than the actors who portrayed the oldest Bradford siblings, which is a fascinating fact. In subsequent years, she remarked on the position, claiming that the program was a boys' club and that all the males on the show are paid more than the ladies. I believe the ladies should band together and negotiate as a group. Laurie Walters now. Walters is one of the few cast members of 8 is Enough who has remained in the business. Although she seems to have retired from professional acting, she's still involved in the field through her theatrical work in Southern California. She also works on film acquisitions for Ironweed Films. Walters has also rekindled her interests and is now interested in animal protection. Susan Richardson, then. Susan Richardson's passion for performing started in high school when she participated in school plays. Her acting career began when she was 19 years old. In 8 is Enough, she portrayed the fourth oldest kid, Susan Bradford Stockwell. You may recall the double wedding with her character and her on-screen father from the program. Her supporting roles included American Graffiti, A Star is Born, Happy Days, and The Streets of San Francisco. Susan Richardson now. Susan Richardson appeared in sitcoms such as The Runaways, One Day at a Time, Chips, Fantasy Island, and The Love Boat in the 1980s. She was scared that her increased weight would lead to her to lose acting opportunities after giving birth to a lovely baby girl. Unfortunately, her downhill spiral started when she was unable to shed weight and turned to cocaine. She currently lives in a rundown trailer with no heat and decaying floorboards, according to the Huffington Post. She's also had 3 mini strokes and is a diabetic. Diane Kay, then. Diane Kay is most known for her portrayal of Nancy Bradford, one of the children on 8 is Enough. What you may not know is that Kimberly Beck was initially cast in the role of Nancy Bradford. However, ABC was dissatisfied with her performance, and the job was handed to Kay. Kay is also well known for her portrayal of Ned Beatty's daughter, Betty Douglas, in the Steven Spielberg film 1941. Diane Kay now. Kay hasn't done a lot of acting since 1999. Her final appearance was in an episode of the Dick Van Dyke detective television series Diagnosis Murder in 1999, when she portrayed the wife of a serial murderer. After a battle with cancer, she was given the wonderful news that she was in remission in 2011. She currently lives in Los Angeles with her husband and is a kidney cancer survivor.